Here is a very, very important discussion to me because I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I found myself at times where I need to be being productive, right? Using social media as a distraction of getting real stuff done when I need to be getting real stuff done. And then find myself rushing to finish the stuff that needs to be done because I wasted maybe 5, maybe 10 minutes on social media stuff.
That's it, 5-10 minutes.
But I'm just saying, this is time when I'm eating into productivity possibilities. So literally this week, I told myself, I say, man, look, I am going to go on a social media fast, right? I am going to go on a social media fast. Huh?
This week only?
Well, I have to take myself. Yeah, I got to do it in doses, bro. Like if I say something too ridiculous, bro, I'll be back on it tomorrow. Oh, you understand what I'm talking about?
So when you say a social media fast, what that look like to you? That mean like you're gonna post maybe one time a day at 12 and you gonna get off, or you like completely cold turkey?
So for me, bro, I think, it goes to the type of content that I'm consuming. This is my problem, right? And I'm going to blame this on NSE. Because we have NSE, I do like to stay on top of some of the hot topics, some of the current events that are taking place in the world. Typically on social media, bro, I only follow and listen to people that was either in business or some level of productivity, period. That was my diet. And I didn't even know about the rest of the social media world. I didn't even, I'm being honest. Like when
people talking about the culture world.
Yeah, I didn't know nothing about the culture world. I knew a little bit about politics because I like politics, but I like politics as it relates to business. Outside of that, bro, I had a complete zero. That's all I saw on social media. Now, completely different.
What you see now?
I see Sexy Red twerking. I see the twerk off between Megan Thee Stallion and you know what I'm saying? I see all of the things.
Young Miami.
I see Young Miami. I see Diddy going back and forth with the world. I see I see all of the things, bro. What about you, bro?
Why you mentioned the twerk off first?
It was the first thing that popped in my mind because I'm like, damn, I'm really looking at a twerk off video right now. Like, am I really is this my life right now?
Did you watch the whole competition?
I did. I scrolled and I scrolled and I scrolled only because I wanted to recognize the talent for what it was. Oh, this is a talent competition. Oh,
it's talent driven, huh?
Yeah, it's talent. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to be disrespectful to the talent. See? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I want to give everybody a fair shot.
Who you think won?
I think it was Megan. I think Megan went ahead and grabbed the title. Yeah. Megan grabbed the title. She's from Texas. You know what I'm saying? It's just a little different down here, man. We build them a little different, you know.
I think you're just a Megan fan. That might be all it is.
Nope, not at all. Not at all. You know, not at all.
Well, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I got caught into the twerk off a little bit.
See, that's what it is.
I didn't see Megan. I only see Sexy Red and Young Miami. But
see, okay, all right.
Who you think? Yeah. I'm a Young Miami fan, but I did look a few times at Sexy Red though. Even though she's not the cutest.
Yeah.
Got some talent though.
Got some talent though. You recognize the talent. That's what it is for you.
That's it.
Yeah.
I know good talent when I see it. That's all, you know. But let's get off that, man. Let's hit the intro real quick. Man, they talking about yams in the chat.
Yeah, I seen that. Y'all.
Yeah, man. Man, let's talk about it, man. The social media, it can help you and it can hurt you at the same time. So I ain't gonna lie. I was addicted to social media for a minute as well too. You know what I'm saying? Because once I start working, I put my phone to the side and I'm good.
Yeah.
But it can distract quick. Like you can be on there. Let me go look up something real quick. When you start to scroll, you see some funny stuff. You find yourself there by 20, 30 minutes.
20, 30
Some people
minutes.
got it even worse though. Some people got it an hour and a half. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about how you approach it and how disciplined you are. I ain't gonna lie, a lot of people are not disciplined when it comes to social media.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people not disciplined in life. You know, we talk about dick discipline a lot. We talk about other discipline a lot. Social media discipline is another big thing because it can really distract you from being productive. You know? I gotta really focus and tell myself, look, man, go ahead and leave that phone alone. Because if you think about it, how many times do you think you open a social media app a day? That's over 15 times.
Too many.
And then think about it. How long are you on it every 15 times you open it?
What's even worse is how long are you on it and the content don't even serve you 1%.
Yeah. So I do another thing. I clean out the people I'm following every like quarter because you know you get the twerk off, it creep on in now. You got to go ahead and remove that because that distract you from actually what you use it for. So at one point I feel like I'm addicted to it, and then at another point I feel like I'm not addicted enough because I'm not promoting my business enough as I should. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
Are we addicted? Ain't nothing wrong with being addicted to social media, but are you addicted in the right way? I think we all addicted in the wrong way. We're looking for entertainment. We're looking for the next Diddy news. We're looking for the twerk offs. We're looking for the yams. We're looking for the cakes. We're looking for what's the next coolest thing. What's the next clothes that they got coming out with? What's the next shoes they're coming out with? Who's the latest couple? You know what I'm saying? With Beyonce dropping, is she dropping a picture in a cowboy hat? You know what I'm saying? We worried about BS, honestly. We worried about entertainment instead of education. You know, the ED ratio is terrible. And people try to figure out why they don't have enough money. They try to figure out why I can't live the life they live in, even though it's false. So I think it brings a lot of what is it called? False reality. It ruins relationships. Women be seeing these men taking these ladies out on trips, 5-star restaurants.
Don't know that social media marketing.
Get them some fancy drinks, you know, ride in some nice cars, bring them on yachts, and they boyfriend can't even pay a light bill. He trying to figure it out. You feel what I'm saying, Byron?
That's horrible.
So it's messing the relationships up. It's messing up marriages. Because you gotta think about this too now. All the ladies, they want to get married. They want the type of wedding they see. Goddamn Kim Kardashian post. Or just a lady that, you know, they live in a different state. But they may, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, it's confusing because they think that person is actually paying for all that. And 9 times out of 10, they're probably getting sponsored by somebody.
Facts. That's the key.
So that $200,000 wedding is sponsored by somebody, and you trying to figure out how you can have a $40,000 wedding, and you're only making $30,000 a year.
My Jesus.
Because social media got you twisted, bro.
You know what messed me up, Bo? When I found out how, because you know we're around a lot of influencers, yeah. And what I found out is that this is small potatoes. Those women influencers, bro, that be doing all of the weddings, be doing all of the trips, all of the, bro, they get paid a lot of money to promote certain products while they're on those trips. And we have relationship, quote unquote, influencers. Listen, those are investments. When they showing you these beautiful trips and beautiful clothes and beautiful this and beautiful that, right?
that free.
Yeah, they either getting it for free or they getting paid to promote something. And then on our end, your girl, your wife looking at that like, why can't we do this? I'm
Broke
like,
ass
they not
boy.
even doing it. They literally, like, this is a production. It's a cameraman, it's lighting in the back. Like, it's a full production, and somebody is getting paid to create this image that you are going to invest your hard-earned money in and take a loss on.
Big L. It's the same when it comes to designer clothes, purses, shoes. A lot of these entertainers, they get it for free because the bigger companies know if these famous people wear it, other people gonna buy it.
Facts.
And y'all be like, man, that jumpsuit Drake had on was so clean. I need to go get a jumpsuit. Now we all looking like jumpsuit dummies.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? For real though.
Oh God.
So, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have more confidence in that. There's a lot of things going on, man. Let me see. We just only at the beginning.
Absolutely. It's a lot. It's so much to unpack here. My Jesus.
That's a lot. It's a lot. Let me get to it real quick. So what's your thoughts about social media for real? Have you ever had to have a conversation with yourself and be like, man?
Yeah, I had that conversation. That's why I was so excited about this topic. I had that conversation with myself Sunday. So Sunday, like really on a weekends period, I really try to take some time and reflect on like, what am I doing? What's getting the majority of my time and why? And this week, man, I literally told myself, I was just like, yo, like, I have to really limit my social media consumption to a bare minimum of just the things that I need to know in order to be productive. And then to be honest with you, I'm even going to even limit that to a certain degree because I'm trying to increase my output of content and decrease my intake of content. So it's dual. Like I got to do both at the same time.
So when you say you gotta decrease the content, you talking about like the content that don't serve you?
Yeah, 100% of the content that don't serve me. 100%.
So what does that look like for somebody that's trying to do that as well? Like, how you gonna set this up? What you gonna do? Like, what's the first step that you take?
So for me, bro, I do good with scheduling, right? I do good with scheduling. When I'm in my vehicle, right? When I'm in my vehicle and I'm driving from property to property, another thing that I try to do is I listen to music without words, right? So I'm a matter of fact, I'm gonna share a playlist. I'm gonna bless you all with
you put me on that.
Huh?
I appreciate you put me on that. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Oh, you've been using it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna bless y'all with a playlist, right? And on this playlist is I'm putting it in don't say I ain't never gave you nothing. I just put it in the chat. It has no music and it just has good beats. And what I found is when I'm listening to music without words that are telling me certain things and sending me triggers, my brain is able to focus more so on the things that are more productive for me, right? I don't get distracted as much. So anytime I get the urge to play social media, I play this and it is a game changer for me. And even audiobooks, I have to be careful about because even though I'm learning, right? I don't want my learning to be substituted by the things I need to get done, right? I got to get certain things done.
Like that. So right here we got some advantages. I know we've been talking about the negative things, but we also got to talk about the good things as well. And we can't get out the good things. You know, everybody likes to point the negative out. Let's point out the positive as well. So, overview of social media. Overview refers to online platform. Well, we ain't got to read that. Everybody knows what it is. All right, let me see. Is it big enough? Everybody
Yeah,
can see?
it's good.
All right, use the social media for business, branding, and personal branding. So first things first, everybody here is a brand. You know, even though you don't feel like it, you may not be making money from it. You are a personal brand at all times because somebody's always looking at you. Somebody always judging you. Somebody trying to figure out what you got going on. So it's important that you always represent yourself properly. I'm talking about the way you dress, the way you look, the way you talk. Somebody is always looking at what you do. And it could be somebody that particularly want to do business with you in the future. But you could have messed up and did something. They remembered it. Now they don't want to do business with you. So you always got to remember that you are a personal brand yourself. So always try to represent yourself in the best way possible. All right. Social media offers many cases spanning business branding, personal branding, and other spheres. Business promotion, entrepreneurs, influencers, professionals leverage social media to promote their product, service, and personal brand. It helps display their portfolio, skills, expertise, and attract clients. That's exactly what we were just talking about. When when a lot of people look at people and be like, man, how do you get that? How do you afford that? Bigger businesses send it to influencers so they can post. So basically drives traffic to their business. All right. Brand building. Companies use social media for digital marketing like paid ad campaigns to increase brand awareness, engage customers, handle customer service inquiries, boost sales. From startups to big brands across industry niches, social media channels, indispensable. How you say it?
Indispensable.
Indispensable of brand building. Damn, I can't read. Personal branding. Personal branding across fields use social media networks to showcase their work achievements and skills to industry connections. Personal brand on social media helps them network and find jobs and freelance projects. Massive impact across sectors. Social media affects diverse sectors like media, entertainment, tourism, retail, education, and policymaking, enabling discussions and change. Social media immense business potential and personal brand prospects impact industries. All right, extensively. So let's talk about this real quick. Y'all got to realize the things that you do, people watch it. So 64% of employers look at your social media. We talking about when you sign up for interviews, when they're looking at your application online, they go look at your social media. Byron, when you hired people in the past, did you look at their social media? You look at their Facebook, you look at their Instagram. So what let you know if you should hire somebody or not even take them serious based on their social media? What's some things that they can show? They'd be like, this will turn off. And what's some things that they can show that this person may fit the job description that I'm looking for?
I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like, anything that I see on somebody's post that look like they don't take themselves serious, right? And how I judge if somebody take themselves serious is like if you just recklessly showing you smoking weed on your whether you do it or you don't, but if you got this all plastered over your social media, I'm not hiring you.
What's wrong with that? It comes from the earth,
bruh. Don't put it on your social media and ask me for a job. Don't do it. It's a wrap for you. If you twerking on your social media, it's a wrap for you. If you are, wearing clothing that I feel like can be too sexually suggestive, it's a
you're
wrap.
expressing your body too much.
Yeah, it's a wrap for you. I like boring regular people, bro, on my team, bro. Like, if you taking too strong of political views, it's a wrap for you. Yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap for you. All of those things are to me.
Red flag?
It's not that they red flags, right? Is that you don't take your social appearance serious to me. And so for me, I don't want to be dealing with those things in company meetings. Like, I don't want to be dealing with your political views. I don't want you to be sexually suggestive and then you running, you know, like sexual discrimination plays. Like, sexual assault plays. Like, I don't want none of that. I don't want no parts of that. That's why, like, you go to my office, bro, like, you're going to see cameras literally everywhere. Every room. Because, like, that's one game you not finna play with me. Especially if I have a co-head environment where I have women and men. So anytime I have women and men working together, bro, it's going to be a camera everywhere, bro. Like, I don't want to, like, no. Not happening.
No parts of that.
No parts.
You making sure you prepared before something like that would happen.
Yes, because at the end of the day, bro,
it's too common people come up with that. And most time it'd be yes.
Yeah, that's a fact. But if you ain't got no documentation, bro, you on the hook for it, bro. It's your word against theirs, and it's all about who the people want to believe, bro.
And they always gonna believe the women for the most part.
Yeah, pretty much.
It just be like that. It be like that. So let's go back to this, man. Top 10 advantages of social media. Let's see. All right, staying connected. Of course, staying connected to family, friends, etc. That's cool. Access to news and current events, platform for personal branding, business and marketing opportunities, convince and ease of access, foster innovations and learning, provides entertainment, platform to societal change, promote skill development, supplement to education. Let's talk about that.
I would say this. So let's go back to number one. What was number one? Staying connected. I think this right here, right? I was thinking about this last night, and when you think about how connected we are with one another, bro, it's powerful. I look at social media is extremely powerful in that sense. Think about this, bro. You got people. I remember back in the day, right, where when you would talk to somebody that was country, they really didn't know what was going on in the world. They really didn't know outside of what they saw on TV. Nowadays, bro, everybody is learning. We're constantly learning about what the human experience is for most people globally. Like we can tap in globally to the human experience anywhere. And I think that is absolutely phenomenal. But I've also read some studies. Matter of fact, I read some studies that said that that it also has a negative effect in the sense to where, because we're able to scroll and see a new person every 5 seconds, I can literally scroll down my social media and see a new person every 5 seconds, get their point of view real quick, scroll to the next, get their point of view, scroll to the next, get their joke, scroll to the next. What that is doing to personal relationships is it's diminishing, because you got to understand, when I can scroll to one person, get me a quick laugh, that's a quick dopamine hit, right? I get that massive dopamine hit. I'm excited. I've built connection. I've learned. I've grown with this person in that short period of time. But when you talk to real people in real life, bro, it's a long process. First of all, I don't even trust you like that. First of all, a lot of times in human to human relationships. So I don't even feel I don't feel comfortable being vulnerable with you to that regard. Then when you add to the fact that I'm bored, you got to understand, I went from being able to scroll every 5 minutes and get the point to having to listen to you talk for about an hour. Bro, I'm bored already. Next person.
Yeah, just get to the point.
Yeah, get to the point. Next person. Like, I don't want to look. I got a good I got about 3 minutes of listening to you on whatever you got going on. And after that, I'm bored. Like, I want to pick up my phone and I want to get back to scrolling, because this dopamine that you supply me with ain't good enough in comparison to what social media can give me right now. What we doing?
Because you got to realize social media is straight highlights. That's it.
Straight highlights, bro.
We don't hear the whole story. We just see the highlights.
That's it.
So I think it messes up conversation in real life personal experiences. Because, like you said, nobody wants to sit there and listen to nobody talk for an hour. So just get to the point.
Yeah.
So I can go ahead to the next person.
Exactly.
And I'm not gonna lie, I know you hate that shit. I hate that shit. When you go
Facts.
somewhere, somebody just keep on talking. Like, hey, let's get to the point. Let's get to the point. Get to the point. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
really, that's helping us and hurting us. So basically, it's hurting the human connection in person. People can't network like they used to, but at the same time, it's training us to network with intention.
Mm,
So it's
facts.
two parts. It's twofold. Hey man, what's going on? I love what you do. I'm just here. I don't want to keep you too long. Look, man, this is how I can provide value to you. If you think that's valuable to you, go ahead and take my number. I'm gonna take yours. If not, cool, man. I like what you're doing. Keep on doing it. I'm gonna holler at you. That's it. And you gotta realize whoever you're talking to, 9 times out of 10, they gonna remember you more than the person that's trying to talk to them for 30 to 45 minutes.
That's a fact. That's a
Because
fact.
you know how to properly network. You know how to properly not waste my time. You take
Yeah.
my time serious. You take your own time serious. So now, if you did all that in 30 to 45 seconds, now I'm curious. I want to figure out what you got going on.
Facts. And what
So
you gonna do? You gonna pull up that
yeah,
social media,
that's it. And I would shoot
do
you
a
a
little
message.
investigation.
Yeah, because you got to think about it. They was in and out. They was different than everybody else. The person that tries to steal all my time, I'm not interested in. The person that comes sprinkle something and get out, now I'm curious. Like, man, it's just like relationships. Like when it comes to women or men, whatever you date, the person that's like in and out, you like, man, they don't find me attractive. Something wrong with me.
Yeah.
But the person that keep messaging you, calling your phone, you not interested in that person no more.
Facts.
You're aggravating.
Facts.
You're showing me too much. You're giving me too much too fast.
Can't
You
fold.
get what I'm saying, man?
Absolutely. It's a
And
fact.
it's real though. What's going on?
You're on mute. You're on mute.
But you feel what I'm saying, though, Byron?
No,
Is
100%.
that any truth to that?
Yeah, that's 100% truth. You know, it's funny, right? You know, when I was not just that piece, right? But I also look at the piece where when you're trying to be another thing that's really important on your social media, and I'm looking at this now more so. When you look on your social media page should tell people exactly what you do in the first couple of scrolls. First couple of scrolls, they should already know pretty much what your business model is, what you provide, what value you provide.
How to contact you.
Yeah, how to contact you, what value you provide to them, and vice versa, right? Because at the lot of times, bro, if it's not that way, bro,
they on to the next.
On to the next.
What's going on? Good morning.
What's going on, Kenfo?
Hey, how y'all doing, man? Tell me about it.
Doing good, man.
Already. I hear the cover about this addiction of social media.
Yeah. Are you addicted to social media?
I mean, hey, I believe if you it becomes a habit, you know, it's something you do every day. So, you know, it's just like cigarette smokers, coffee drinkers. It's just something a habit that you pick up. It becomes a part of you. So yeah, it becomes an addiction.
You feel
So
like
you
you're
addicted,
addicted?
you think?
I mean, I pick up my phone every day. I gotta see what's going on. I
What's
guess
going on?
that's the new news. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh. So yeah.
Absolutely.
So pretty much, yeah. We all have a addiction to this platform.
How
So
do you think you can take advantage of you being addicted to social media?
how can I take advantage of it? I
Yeah.
believe if you have something going on, in any type of industry, it'll be a good idea to be using these type of platforms to boost your clientele, the people you're trying to reach and stuff like that. So yeah, you can make that this a useful tool to engage with others and again to boost your business.
Mm. So
So
I got a question about that. I think a lot of people say they want to use social media for business, but they be scared to post their actual business.
well, if that's the case,
We
I
gotta
feel
keep it
like
real now. A lot of people be nervous. Or they
yeah.
post it maybe once a month.
I mean, but maybe because they got a lot of other activities maybe going on in life. They just can't get on there every day like they should, like they could possibly. But if they don't have anyone running it for them like most celebrities do, so um, yeah. So that's probably could be a reason
Mm.
too. Also, or they don't feel like their business is uh, uh, up to par where they can feel like, well, man, I can show this off and you know what I'm saying, and see what people think of it, but they feeling uncomfortable about their
Mm.
business and stuff like that. I think they are shut down about exposing
Mm. That's a valid point. That's a valid point right there. But the advantage of somebody feeling that way is why you should post. You should post your whole experience.
right?
Hey man,
Document the
I'm
journey.
here posting this video. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I feel real uncomfortable about it, but I'm gonna do it anyway because it's gonna benefit me later. And more people is attracted to authentic content than fake content.
Right.
There's a lot of people in that position.
It's funny. I had somebody hit me up. He was like, matter of fact, a partner of mine, right? He was like, yo, you sure you want to put that out there on social media? What if the deal don't go through? Well, I'll put out that the deal didn't go through.
Right.
At the end of the day, bro, I'm documenting the journey, not the outcome. And I think a lot of times people get caught up in thinking, I need to document the outcome only because people are only going to be impressed with the outcome. Nah, you'd be surprised. People like the journey.
Story.
They like the story. They like to grow with you. And then when you reach your level or whatever you achieve at that moment or you complete it, now they happy with you. Opposed
they
to
feel like they won with you.
Instead of showing off on folk. A lot of times, man, people be thinking if I just show the outcome, that people gonna respect it. A lot of times people don't respect it. A lot of people think you're just showing off. It's like, come on, bro, like why are you showing me this if you can't show me how you got this?
Right.
Like, I don't give a damn.
Like fake. Like now you taking somebody else's success. You
know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I could dig
it.
Is. Yeah, but in the sense of that too, what you're saying, cuz a lot of people don't want to show the cons. You know,
they don't want to show the failure.
They don't want to show the failure. They just want to show you the successful parts of what they're doing. And so that'll get. That's like you show me what you're doing, right? You're not showing me how you got it, but you're showing me in a sense where, okay, to make me interested in dealing with this stuff that you're doing. So, bam, let me try this. But I really don't know what he's doing, but he's showing me certain portions of what he's doing, but not the actual failure parts of it. So, bam, so this gonna raise my interest about what you're doing. And so when I do ever get in contact with the person that's doing this or trying to do something like that, well, they didn't show you this, they didn't show you that. So it's really like I'm watching it for nothing because they didn't show me the whole journey of what they was doing. So, yeah.
I'll be honest, like posting your failures is the most important part.
Right.
Because people are going to be attracted to that because if you showing your failures, that's going to teach them what not to do.
Facts.
Right.
That's going to show that, oh, he really doing his business.
Right. Well, like I seen the video and I also seen the video, you know how they'll throw the basketball, make like they made that shot one time, like a perfect shot. And
they be there 20 hours.
Right. So when I did see the actual video, it took them
several times to
make it. So like, damn, but some people might get it on their first try, you know. So, but but he didn't. So, but anyway,
But that showed the realness of a business because if you just showing highlight reels, it's showing a lot of people that is not obtainable. But if you showing steps, you showing failure, now maybe I could do this too because they're failing at it. They've been at it 2-3 years. Well, that means I need to do this at least 2 to 3 years before I see success instead of 2-3 months. Because most people on social media think if I ain't successful in making $1 in the first 3 days, I'm done.
Fact.
Because they see the highlights, because they don't see failure. Because people don't show enough failure, it shows that the business is perfect. In most business, all business is not perfect.
Right.
It's just people don't want to show their failure because they don't want to be judged by the people. They don't want to be judged by family. They don't want to be judged by friends. They don't want to be judged by social media. But really, failure is what attracts most people.
Right.
It's funny you mentioned that, bro. I was listening to a clip this morning, and it was by Gilbert, the builder. And he was breaking down how he, people been hitting him up asking him, hey, so what's the price of duplexes? I want to build a duplex, right? And so, he was talking about that. And he also shared how he lost a lot of money on building a duplex because he didn't check the deed restrictions, found out that he built the whole duplex and had to tear the whole thing down as a result of
that neighborhood, right?
And this was something that was approved by the city. Imagine that.
Well, that's a lot of money, boy.
So it just
to build and to tear it down.
Yeah, but I appreciated that information because that let me know that I need to be hitting up the title company to find out on any property that I buy, what are the deed restrictions?
Right.
So how much hearing that helped you in your business? Because now you're doing new construction. So I'm sure that is stuck in your head now. Every time you get a property, you gotta check the deed restrictions. Because if you'd have never heard his story, you'd have never thought about that. Most likely. Maybe you'd have thought about it later, but you wouldn't think about it now. And by him doing that, changes your business because now as soon as I get this property, I gotta make sure I check that.
It's a fact.
That's what people relate to. And I'm sure you appreciate that more than the other dude who will be watching that dude case that's building houses in 90 days.
Facts.
He ain't showing how. He just showing, look, I'm doing it.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying?
It was a much more valuable piece of content to me. Me personally. It may not get, but here's the thing. It may not get the tons of views because people, let's be real.
It's not.
People do like the highlight reels.
Yeah.
But I like the reel because I know that the reel is where the education is.
Yeah. You can make money off the reel. You can't make money off highlight reels.
No. The highlight reels just get you excited and motivated.
Yeah. For a short amount of time until you get the next highlight reel.
Facts.
You're going to forget about it.
Wow. Cool. So, Mr. O'Neal, you up in with investing also?
Yes, sir. In Louisiana.
Already, man. I'm trying to get my cousin to show me this game, man. I'm
yeah, man.
Byron be holding out, man.
Nah, I ain't no gatekeeper, bro. Ain't no gatekeeper, bro. We no stingy energy around here, bro.
He be busy.
What you trying to do? You trying to get in some real estate?
Yeah, I am, man. I'm trying to get some financial freedom myself, man. Buy some houses and stuff like that.
Man, it's possible. You're in the right spot, man. You hit this morning, so you one step closer.
That's for sure. For sure. This is my first time, actually being on the podcast, but I have been on here before, but I wasn't speaking, and then I was just listening in and stuff like that. And so, but yeah.
Hey man, we appreciate you. You been enjoying it or what?
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Anything my little cousin do, man, we like this, man, since
no doubt.
Yeah, I'm talking about we so close, man. I can't even tell you how close he is.
Since yay. No doubt.
For sure.
That's man. That's what's up. That's the best thing about family, man. Family got to stick together instead of separating apart.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people be like, they don't want to ask their family members for help, or they see their family successful. They feel like they're envious of their family. So I like that, bro.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's never been me and him, you know what I'm saying? Throughout, we ain't never had I'm not going to say no ups and downs. I was always been in the middle or up. We ain't never had no downs, you know what I'm saying? Not me and him anyway.
Nah, no doubt. No doubt.
Good, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Gotta pull up on them sometime, man. Showing them
Yeah.
houses, bro.
Yeah. I've been trying to get him to come put up on me. I'm ready to get out there.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm gonna be moving and shaking today. I'm gonna be moving and shaking today.
For
So,
sure, man.
get
For
to
sure.
it. I appreciate it. I appreciate you pulling up. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
No doubt.
I wanna highlight something though. I want to highlight something since we talking about this social media. You know what I'm saying? So we have access to this. This is according to LinkedIn. One of the key things that social media has done for us is giving us access to diverse information. They say social media provides unprecedented access to information and educational resources, supplementing traditional learning. That's powerful.
It is, but I got a caveat to that.
Let's talk about it.
We all know that they have a limited education when it comes to social media and internet.
Yes.
Why don't we use it?
Well,
Anything you want to become is on the internet. You got access to it.
yeah. That's the
You
whole
want to make
thing. That's the whole
$10,000 a
thing.
month?
It's
The
picking and
education on the
choosing.
internet.
It's picking and choosing, and I guess who you learning that lesson from. And if I had to pick and choose and for a lesson that I want to learn, such as maybe this investment, it'll be my cousin. You know what I mean? And so I would learn that education from him. So, because I think he'll be a good teacher, you know what I'm saying, rabbi, whatever, with this real estate investing thing. So,
Yeah,
even though,
I like it.
say for instance, Donald Trump versus my cousin. I know my cousin don't have as much money as Donald Trump or whatever, but I'd rather take my cousin's knowledge versus Donald Trump. Because he possibly would tell me anything. This is the person that loves me. You know what I'm saying? So I believe I'll
real
take his
shit.
advice over Donald Trump's.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That's real though.
Yeah.
Because people judge information too.
Right.
People pick a certain person based off of the stuff they post rather than another person and know more.
Right.
So people get fed into lifestyle posting, lifestyle social media instead of somebody that's really doing it.
That's true. That's
and then
true.
they spend money with that person and be like, man, I didn't learn nothing because they're not really doing the business.
Right.
And we say that all the time.
For sure.
Like it's bad. It's real bad. So we gotta ask ourselves, are we really attracted to the business? Or are we attracted to the lifestyle?
That's a good question. I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna put it like this.
Talk
When
to
it
us,
comes
cuz
to a business and a lifestyle, ask me whether do I want to be famous or do I want to be rich. So I'd rather be rich than famous.
What do you think? What do you think attracts people to business more, lifestyle or the business itself? So when you listen
to lifestyle,
100%.
Right.
Is a very few that's attracted to the real business.
It got to be the lifestyle because people want what they see.
People want what they can't have, what they can't have access to.
Right. You know, I want a big mansion. I want a $3 million Bugatti or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be addicted more to the lifestyle. But business wise, don't nobody like to work. I don't care what level it's on. So if it's your business or somebody else's business. So yeah. I choose the lifestyle over the business.
You know what's crazy about that, right? So
hey, that's true though.
Yeah, it's true, bro.
Nobody likes to work, man.
Yeah, and so that's why the lifestyle influencers win every single day of the week. But I can promise you, the post that I listened to from Gilbert was more personally valuable to me than any lifestyle influencer. Period. But at the end of the day, who are people gonna mostly gravitate to? The lifestyle influencer or Gilbert's post that was packed full of real information, real losses, real gains that I can really gain from. Like,
well, real information not attractive.
real information unattractive.
Real news ain't attractive. The truth ain't attractive.
The lie is more attractive. The
Can I-
sensationalism
It's
is
more
more
entertaining.
attractive. It looks
It's
like
more
Shay
entertaining.
put in the what's that?
Can I
Shay
ask?
put-
It's more entertaining.
yeah.
Well, go ahead.
What I see is a lot of people like to be sold too. They don't want to be the seller. And the reason why I say it like that is people use social media to build likability, right? They want to be relatable, they want to be accepted. But real people that are on social media, the people who are really the movers and shakers of social media, they're selling on social media. They're not selling themselves, they're selling their product, they're selling their services. But the issue is with a lot of people is they think, oh, because I like this post, that's going to become my life. And it don't work like that. So they end up being sold just as fast. So I just feel like people are hip to the lifestyle, right? But at the same time, it does take a certain type of individual to seek out people who are authentic. A lot of people are copycats. If you really look at social media and you just sit there and scroll for a little bit, you'll see who's copying who. Most of these people don't have an identity. So they're trying to find one on social media. They ain't got no real skills. They don't got no real talent. The talent, they got to pay for that. But they pretend that, and that's what really drives social media is if just because I can influence people, because most people they don't even like people that they don't like to look at, and that's unfortunate. They'll take somebody that has this lifestyle that look good, somebody they can see themselves being friends with in real life, and they'll miss over the person that could really help them because either they aesthetically not pleasing or they might not have the same number of followers. So they're like, oh, they the little guy. Well, the little guy might be the bigger guy, and you just don't know it. It's just that social media paint a picture that they irrelevant. No, you irrelevant because you don't even know your own life.
That's some real shit. Listen, that's the unfortunate truth.
Yeah. The little guy be having more valuable impact for the most part. It's just the bigger guy is more attracting just people in general for lifestyle.
And if you think about it, people, this is where the likes and the follows come in, and they did a scientific study on this. And most people think that these people are making conversions. No, they're making views. They're on social media trying to get social media to pay them. When real business owners are making money, it's a sales channel. They're already making money. They didn't have to hit a plateau to start making money.
Let's do a poll. When you're looking at social media, right? I want to ask y'all, when you're looking at social media, are you more attracted to the person who lives the lifestyle?
Keep it real now.
Of somebody successful or somebody who actually does the business and teaches the business specifically? They may not have the followers. They may not have the impact as the person who just does the lifestyle. But what are you typically more attracted to when you're scrolling on social media? Keep it real. Is it A, lifestyle, or 2, the actual business? Let's keep it real. 2, the business, 1, lifestyle. What are you most attracted to?
We could put a poll up, right?
I would be like, once again, I would be more attracted to the lifestyle, but again, probably both, so it'll have to be the business and the lifestyle. It'll have the business, where I say the business, it'll be have the business part will be having something to do with me having to enjoy that business or than to enjoy the lifestyle of it. You know what I mean? So with that being said, like Miss Ruby was summing up, like no one really has an identity and they trying to find themselves, but I don't know no one in the world that's not mimicking or doing something that somebody done before. So so again, that would be it'll be both for me. It'll be the business and the lifestyle. Because it's the business that's gonna give you the lifestyle,
That's the fastest way to success is following somebody else, copying somebody else. If you not, you tripping.
I'm not saying that you can't be inspired by somebody else, but there is a difference between somebody copycatting somebody and somebody actually just being a creative. See, a creative sets the temperature of the room.
Right.
You know what I mean? They don't acquiesce to what is hot and what's popping. And that's why a lot of times people catch on to trends really fast. But if you do that, you can also lose sales that way. And see, a business person look at it differently. If I'm different, and I don't want to serve everybody. I don't need everybody to be served. I'm serving the people who are called to me. And that's it. And that's the real business that's really going on social media. But people get caught up in the likes and they're like, oh, well, if I stop doing this and I be my authentic self, I'm not going to get no views. If I say what I really want to do, and I think that's where people lose their identity, they give too much value and too much weight. And I'm not saying you ain't going to get there because you learn from somebody. That's different when you're learning and applying. But it's another thing when you have people not even being themselves. They're afraid to be themselves. So they mimic other people because they really don't have the skill set. And unfortunately, some people fall victim to it. They run into people who can't really help them. And then they mess around and spent their whole life savings on somebody that was a fraud. Period.
Yeah.
That's a fact. And it's unfortunate. But here's the thing, though. Can I keep it real quick? Can I keep it real?
Get it off your chest.
At the end of the day, man, it's like what I've realized on social media. What works? What drives eyeballs? Drama. If I was to beef right now with O'Neal or Ruby or my cousin online right now, my page gonna blow up.
Yeah,
I know more views and value content.
Absolutely. I know people who use beef, right? As a matter of fact, we know people who use beef to sell product. We know people who beef with people to sell education, to sell records, to sell whatever they got going on, and they don't have no real problems with the people that they beefing with. Tony.
Let me raise my hand.
Tony uses beef to sell courses. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know people like this. And when he realized that he could beef with people to sell courses, bro, it was a wrap. Just, I ain't trying to put nobody business out there, but I'm putting people business out there. What's another thing that sell? What's another thing that sell content? I mean, sell courses and whatever you trying to sell. Showing skin. Come on now.
Yeah,
showing skin. These are things that work.
Number one,
outside of it being moral or it being like the right thing to do, because a lot of times we get caught up in the right thing to do. Man, people are selling their soul on the internet, man, to do whatever it takes to produce a certain outcome.
And a matter of fact, it's a prime example that you remember on my old page, right? They deactivated my old page, man. So with this being said, like I had so many followers, like I maybe had before they deactivated my page, I had probably 1,300 followers. Then bam, I started posting certain things. Then I went up to 5,000 followers. Then they deactivated because of the stuff I was posting, because I was started getting millions of views. Like he was saying, like people like beefing and stuff like that, and people getting hurt and stuff like that. So with that being said, yeah, they like stuff like that. So that will blow. It will blow your stuff up the wrong way.
The wrong way.
Yeah.
But what's the wrong way if it drives results?
Yeah, I'm about to say it ain't a bad thing.
But are all results real good results? I think that's what it is if you're coming to social media for results to validate what you're doing, and to me, you already stepping wrong. Because would you stop doing all of this if nobody gave you a like today? Would you stop being who you are if you didn't get a sale today? I just feel like y'all putting way too much weight on these likes, man. I mean, even on Clubhouse, I remember when the badge started popping off with the green bean. My God, people was really excited and thought, you know what I'm saying, their whole life had changed because they became a moderator. I mean, they would leave the whole room because you didn't mod them. I mean, think about that. A little green bean. I'm somebody.
I would say this, one thing I've realized about a lot of this stuff, social media, even like the drama that works. the lifestyle stuff that works, like, driving the Rolls Royce. People ain't buying those things just because they personally want them all the time. They're buying them to market a lifestyle to you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I literally know influencers, not to put nobody business out there, because I have conversations with these people. They're literally buying clothes and then taking them back to the store the next day. They buying clothes for social media and then taking them back to the store the next day. Literally.
It brings in traffic.
Is that a mental illness?
I don't think it's a mental
business.
illness. What it is that people have recognized what drives results. And what I realized,
think it's smart business,
that's the reason why theoretical conversation, that's the reason why I'm so big on theoretical conversations versus like actual conversations. Theoretically, you shouldn't have to go and buy clothes, right? Rent cars and all of these things to drive sales for business, or beef with people to drive sales for business. Theoretically,
that's the mirage.
Hold on. But if you look at what works, I'm talking about what really drives numbers. That drives more numbers, and that's just a fact. It's unfortunate. I don't personally like it, but it's the facts are the facts. That's what drives actual numbers.
We could talk about this show right here. We talk about real education, it's less numbers. When we talk about relationships, drama, it's higher numbers. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
That's what people are attracted to. Entertainment. That's it. That's all it is. People are not highly attracted to education. It's entertainment.
Well, due to what Byron was saying about what attracts people, like say for instance, you wearing Hanes today. You take a picture in Hanes, you post a picture you wearing Hanes, you wearing some Hanes today, but tomorrow you got on some type of Gucci stuff. You got one like yesterday, but you're gonna have 100 today because you wore that Gucci.
Hell yeah.
It's just about what people see. That's how you sell to people. The eyes, through the eyes, man. So if it look good, people don't like want to.
I ain't gonna lie, I think it's smart. What he's doing is buying clothes and returning. So he's making money and not spending that much money. He's bringing the clothes right back.
Right.
See,
he's leveraging brands because he know people are attracted to the brand. And now you gotta figure out, how could I make money off of these people that's attracted to these brands?
Mm-hmm.
I agree with what y'all saying, but I tested a theory when I first started my business, not to post more than one picture of me, because I was like, I'm not about to spend all this money going to photo shoots, put on this lifestyle, and I meant it because I had seen so many of my friends spend thousands of dollars doing that, and they didn't push their product. Okay. When their business took off versus mine, I'm telling you right here, right now, they did not outdo me in sales. So I'm not saying that theory don't work, but I think when you have a real service or a real thing that you provide that provides value, it does trump it. It just takes longer for people to catch on to it, because social media also blew up because of the people who are also innovators and creators that are intelligent. There's a lot of education on social media, but it depends on what you like to be fed. My social media is not a bunch of drama. My social media is not a bunch of people fighting and all of that. Even though I know it's going around, I purposely do not engage with it so I don't get more of it. I get the people who are really on social media to give back. I found you guys on social media because y'all were doing things that had to do with business. You painted a different narrative and it was creative, but y'all were funny as heck. You were funny in doing it, so you made it fun. But there's people out here that's not their real motive. Their real motive is just to really sell you a dream. Y'all really trying to make impact. And those are the real people to me that are really here for the real sell. Those are people I give my money to. I give my real time to, not a couple highlight reels. I invest in those types of people. And that's what people really need to get back to. But I get what you're saying. The tactic does work. But is it healthy though? Is it healthy to pursue it like that and have to put on a whole facade? There's all types of people who are afraid to be themselves because they feel like the public will reject them. I don't want to be loved by the whole world. I really don't. I'm glad a couple people don't like me. Great job.
Yeah, I get it. Dust and crust scam likely. What's going on?
That's a different name right there,
That's a
dog.
different kind of name. I don't know what we finna get out of this deal right here. Oh, I have no clue what's going on, my guy.
What's good? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes,
loud
sir.
and clear.
I don't know. I think people take social media and some of the stuff too serious, but I don't know which sector y'all come from. Social media, if you look at a lot of people in the culture, and it's not just black, because they always blame everything as all black culture. No, all cultures. Most people are followers. They follow anything. Look at the diet, look at their lifestyle, look at how they spend their money, how they spend their time. They follow. A lot of times, most people have low self-esteem and they're looking for something to escape their reality. Or they have bad discipline and they click on something or they get used to something, hear something, feel something. 90% of this world is based on feelings. So people use or get addicted to social media and have bad discipline. People abuse social media for validation or attention or other things that they're not getting in their real life. It's like Hollywood, it's like TV, just like radio. People who aren't on an actual path can click on something and let that become their path. It's just that they're spinning into nowhere. And I get it. Some stuff be entertaining, even dumb stuff or funny songs, or when you go out some places, it's not so purposeful. Everything isn't always about making money or doing something productive. Sometimes it's about entertainment. But when it becomes an imbalance, is where you'll see an actual problem. Or a person who can be easily influenced. Like if you're going nowhere and someone just pushes you in the direction, you're going to actually go in that direction because you weren't balanced. You're not standing on anything. Just like actual physical, you're just standing nowhere or you're walking in the wrong direction, nowhere, no balance, no structure. All you got to do is push somebody with one hand. They'll fall over or they'll go in the direction that you push. So social media is nothing but another steroid that can do the same thing. Along with the buffet, do the same thing. Along with all these men's and women's conversations, all black men, all the white men, the women.
Hey man, I got a question, man.
Go ahead.
What was the thought about the name that you came up with right there?
Yeah, man, that's a good question.
Oh, Scam Likely?
Yeah.
Being honest, I was on some dust panel, 2021. I had my real name up there once. And they were like, hey, I have my real name. Then I was in the back of StreamYard and I was about to get on this panel. I couldn't think of a name. My phone rang and Scam Likely was calling me. Well, you know what? Scam Likely. And it's been my name since 2021.
Well, I tell you that it definitely bring eyeballs. That's a good
Scam, I didn't know what to expect, bro. I was ready to cuss you out. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was gonna cuss you out, kick you out.
But Byron, you gotta realize it's negative, but it bring eyeballs.
Absolutely. I was prepared, brother.
Byron was ready.
Yeah,
if I see Scam Likely, I gotta figure out what the scam is.
Absolutely.
Oh, I am a troll. I run the Troll Illuminati.
Troll Illuminati.
Yeah, I jumped in a lot of trolling 60s. Today's my day off, so
gotcha. Appreciate it.
All right, what's up, man? Good morning.
Good morning, people. Good morning. How you doing?
Oh, man,
all right,
good to see you, man. I seen you. Congratulations, man. I see you took that next step with the lady, didn't you?
Oh yeah. Appreciate that, man.
Congrats, man. Congrats.
Media, matter of fact, I seen that on social media.
Congratulations.
Yeah, my guy looked real happy. I say, man, that looked like a real smile right there, man. That boy real good. Huh?
Hey, listen,
that ain't fake, man.
It wasn't for Instagram?
Huh?
I said it wasn't for Instagram, Byron.
No, it was real, man. It was real.
No, listen. Hey, if anybody follow me on social media, y'all know I do not post. Like, I don't make regular posts. You know what I mean? I post on a story every now and again on a hot topic, but social media ain't for me. I'm a lurker more than anything. Be honest with you.
Hey, I'm here too.
Shout out to the
We got,
lurk.
we got a lurker and we got the trolling Nobly, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trolling 60.
Because listen, just like y'all said, man, social media get you caught up, man. And I was being honest. So me and my lady was like, all right, we're gonna post it tonight. Because I'm very private. You know, a lot of people don't know what I do, how I move. And shoot, I only did it, you know, because she wanted to do it. So I was like, cool. You know, I don't really care about like the glitz and glam or whatever, but I do it for her. But
Did you?
But the thing is, though, is like when you
What
get caught
happened
up.
to the sound? I think your sound cut out, Darby.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
But what's your take on social media and using it in general as a tool? What's your take on that? Or do you feel like it can be a little bit of an addiction? What's your take?
Oh, I mean, it could be a great tool.
I think your audio is out, Darby.
Okay, hold on.
We'll come back.
I heard him. I heard him loud and clear.
Yeah,
something going on with your audio. You may have to log out and log back in, Darby.
Be good.
No, he sound good, Byron. It's you.
I can hear no problem.
Byron, they said that's you.
All right.
They said ain't me.
It's you,
while we wait on Darby, are you back?
No,
Is this me?
he's scamming us. Likely, look like he can't even hear us.
I'm innocent.
This is scam likely right now, Byron.
Tell Byron to plug his headphones back in.
Mm-hmm. We can't hear Byron. He's scamming us.
We
right
can
now.
hear you. We can hear you, B. We all good. We tapped in.
Somebody scammed them earbuds.
Hey, O'Neal, fool, man. Byron, can you hear me now?
Nah.
We can hear you. Byron can't.
Byron got them little skull candy $10 headphones.
Let me pull them up so we can let him know.
All right.
Well, that's funny. Go ahead, man.
All right, so I'll just go back. Like I was saying, I'm not big on social media just because it can get you caught up. Like, it took me a minute to make the damn post. I tried to put the music in there, to edit it, and make sure it's synced right. I was looking at her like, man, I don't know how none of this works. I ain't did none of this in a while. But if you know how to use it right, it could be a great tool for business or for whatever you're trying to brand. But it can also become an addiction because you get more of the interaction between people that you don't know or never going to meet. And then you're like, oh, snap, people like this, whether it's good, bad, ugly, or what may have you, it can become an addiction. And now, once you start consuming whatever it is, and that your dopamine just starts reacting to that, you know, and it can become a real bad addiction. You can be on there scrolling for hours, going down a rabbit hole, and you know you done wasted 2 hours. I had to stop doing that for a while because I'm like, dang, I ain't getting none of my business stuff done. And people's lives can get caught up in that. You know what I mean? When Facebook started really taking off, you know, they had cyberbullying and stuff like that, where it became real bad. Where they was talking about people at school, you know, I beat up such and such, or what may have you, you know, and kids was killing themselves. And it was a sad sight to see. So, you know, this day and age, I'm scared of social media. Like, I got an 11-year-old daughter, and I'm like, dog, we ain't doing social media for a grip. You know what I mean? Because I don't want you to get caught up into that, because it's easily influencing on the young minds, and they haven't fully developed, you know, just stationary shit. You know what I mean? So she got a whole library of books that she read. That's her social media.
I'm not gonna lie, my daughter 9. I'm a little nervous about the social media situation, but
bro,
we go.
They was nervous.
Hold on, David.
They was nervous for us back in, huh?
Hold on, real quick. So we're gonna talk about all the bad parts about social media. Let's hear from ET real quick in the pill method, and then we'll get back to it.
Listen to me, y'all. But one of his mentees took us through one of their programs, and I paid off my mortgage. But guess what happened? My marriage went to a whole nother level. And you know why? Because my wife is a security freak. And even when I blew up, my wife would be like, oh, you blew up, but how long is you gonna keep making this kind of money? I was like, I don't know, forever. She's like, you sure? Because I'm gonna keep my license as a nurse just in case you don't. So when I paid the house off, my boy was like, you ain't gotta do that, you can do this. But when I paid the house off using that program, It took the stress level all the way down for my wife because we no longer had a mortgage. Does that make sense? That thing that was coming every month, that was getting on her nerves, we didn't have that no more. And so she was at rest.
So we're talking about people that have lifestyle marketing and people that have great content. Don got great quality content that can actually change your life, change your situation, change your marriage by paying off the debt, paying off credit cards, paying off your house, paying off vehicle loans. So make sure you check out ice10k.com for your free earnings and savings report. Again, it's free. Everybody here should go get one. Make sure you go to ice10k.com. Change your life, man. Get out some debt, change your financial situation. So let's get back to it, man. Let's talk about the negative. What'd you say?
You have to show me how to do that.
You got to go to ice10k.com.
We got you, man. Ice10k.com, man.
Man, make me literate, goddamn.
ice10k.com, man. We all need to pay off some debt, man. Come on now.
For sure.
Not just pay off some debt, but to set ourselves up for financial freedom, for sure. I'm back, though.
Why pass down some debt to our kids when we could pass off paid off real estate, paid off houses?
Come on, man.
And then sometimes we pass away, we give our kids a house, they don't pay the taxes no more, they stop paying the mortgage, the house go to foreclosure.
Cool.
Come on, man.
Bullshit.
If you pass on a paid off house, that's all they gotta do is pay the taxes, man.
It ain't what you know, it's who you know, huh?
Maybe $1,000 a year, $2,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all get your stuff together, man. Ice10k.com. Go check it out.
Ice10k.com.
But go ahead, Darby. What you were saying about the negatives of social media when it comes to the kids and all that? 'Cause that's important.
It's so with that, it's easily influenceable, right? Ooh, this is good. So my daughter had a birthday party last year or whatever, and one of her friends, you know, I guess they got some type of social media, but they be scrolling on YouTube and stuff like that. And she's like same age, but of a smaller figure, slimmer figure and stuff like that. She said, "Yeah, girl, when we get older and stuff like that, we gonna get BBLs and this, that, and the third." My daughter.
Whoa, at 11?
Whoa.
At 11?
At 11. Like,
what?
Then my lady was like, my daughter don't even know what a damn BBL is. You know what I mean? Shit. So I'm just like, you know, so you got to be careful, you know, about mixing households, and then also be careful about the influence of others. So I'm just like, well, shit. Yeah, nah, we're not gonna.
Bro, hearing about a BBL at 11 is wild.
It's wild, bro.
Yeah.
And then, so you gotta think about it. The most fear we had, our parents had growing up, and it wasn't necessarily in the black household, but the interactions that we had with the public was in damn chat rooms. And the chat rooms was where, you know, all the predators they was trying to meet up with the young girls and stuff like that. 12-year-old girls in the AOL chat rooms and stuff like that. That was our quote unquote social media.
You remember they had a whole show about that?
Yeah.
To catch a predator. My Jesus.
Wait, here I come. And then next thing you know,
man to be 6 years old talking to a 13-year-old.
Talking about, man, you know what, man?
Pizza and Coke. Come get some pizza and Coke. The back door is open.
Yeah, man. It was crazy. But now, you know, it's so more interpersonal now to where people got ghost pages, and then next thing you know, you don't know what's going on at your kid's friend's house and stuff like that. So I'm just like, bro, social media. I don't know what age I'm gonna let my daughter have social media, to be honest, because by the time she turns 16, we don't know what Twitter and Instagram is gonna look like, and then TikTok. I mean, hell, look what Twitter turns to now. You know, hey, it's literally X-rated, bro. People posting stuff X-rated all day. Yeah, I don't even have Twitter. They just starting to post links on Facebook. I'm saying it's like, whoa, this is crazy. This is crazy. So that's why I'm just like, I don't know, dog. Like, we about to just still scroll through these pages on these books that talk about unicorns and rainbows and shit, because I don't know.
My question is on that, Darby. When I look at social media and I look at how social media kind of helps us socially advance. I mean, it's a fact that our diversity of information is extreme when it comes to just social media. And when I say social media, I mean social media, internet, AI, all of the things, right? So we got a couple different approaches. We could say, you know what, I'm gonna shield myself or shield my kids from social media, shield my kids, shield myself from AI, shield myself from all of these things. But at what point does it become a disadvantage to your kids by not exposing them to this mass amount of information, human experience, human interaction? At what point do you feel it becomes damaging or you don't?
It won't like. So the thing is that they won't be up on the latest trends. But here's the thing though, if you have, and this is what we're creating, a community of other kids who are not necessarily social media dependent, then that doesn't become an issue, right? So everybody whose kids is becoming social media dependent on what's on the latest fad and what's trending at the moment, those are the ones who are missing out on the most vital information. So the thing is, they get caught up in the glitz and glam, while kids over in China, they over there creating AI products. They over there creating Chat GPT 5, 6, and 7. They're light years ahead of us because they're not caught up in the nonsense. So if we put them in situations to where they can advance themselves as adults in the future and can be part of creating the future rather than be caught up in the trends, then by a long shot they'll be set. But you know, they become like the nerds or whatever. But honestly, the nerds is winning.
I got slight.
I got pushback with that. I got so what's our thoughts of how to stop our kids from using social media, AI, and all that? And at the end of the day, when they're at school, they go behind our backs and use it anyway.
Ooh.
They're making Instagrams, they're making Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat with a different name.
Facts.
I think, you know, it's really about having the real conversation. I think the issue is when you start to shield, they start rebelling. When you allow a child to learn how to think on their own, they learn differently than you telling them what they can't do. I think what we end up doing is when we shield our kids, we hinder them from learning experiences that they need to have. I'm not saying just let somebody just indulge and do whatever, but I am saying teaching them how to think, teaching them, okay, is what is right, it is wrong. But first of all, you got to instill that they know who they are before they hit social media. Because if social media don't like what they have, or they seem a little weird, a little quirky, which everybody is, and they haven't accepted that, you have to be the person behind the scenes affirming them. Unfortunately, we have households that are allowing the TV to raise their children. They're allowing social media to teach them things versus just having the real conversation. It starts at home. If you don't never affirm them and say your gifts and talents are great, you know what I mean? Social media wouldn't carry that much a weight to them as they're growing up. Also, I like what Darby just said, change the narrative. You can be on social media. I remember learning about computers and stuff, but we had to learn how to play real games. I didn't play video games. I learned how to learn tech. I learned how to do other things. So it's all about what you put in front of the child. You know what I mean? I could read books, but it's the way, what books am I reading? All that stuff matters, but that all starts with us taking a hold back of how we are allowing them to be influenced. I love my grandma and grandpa because I learned about hip hop and all that, but I had a love for R&B. I had a love for gospel music, but they didn't just allow anybody just to be on the radio in front of us. And if they did, there was a conversation that had to happen. And that's what the real issue is. We don't want to have the conversation with kids.
That's work.
Think they can handle it.
That's the work part. I think Scam likely has something you want to add.
Yeah, just a couple things. And it's no shot, but a lot of times I come from a lot of the dust panels, and I give them hell over there. But when people always say, "Oh, them kids in China, the people in England, man, the white kid, the Asians," a lot of the people in other countries, they have a culture, and some of the things in them cultures you do not want. A lot of them are being colonized. So that's almost, sometimes it can be almost to the point where saying, The black men in 1826, they wasn't violent. They was behaved, yeah, because they were slaves. They didn't have no choice. So some of the ways people were raised in other places, and then when they come over here and actually had an option, you see who they really are. They have the option to become who they really want to be. Kind of like, I've seen a lot of children when I went to college, or when I went to the Army, people 0 to 17 had no choice to be who they wanted to be. Now they in the Army and they free. You're going to see who they really are. Now they drunk, passed out in the hallway or in the bushes somewhere. Or the girls who got gloom doom to death. Whoa, birth control. Whoa, the radio is bad. Oh, gloom doom doom. As soon as they get a chance to go away to college, 488 miles away, now they're getting bent over by Raw Dog Ronnie, the Qs, Alphas, the military dudes off the bench.
Wait a minute.
Bent over, stroked up, lost in the bush, drunk. But they never got exposed to actually make the decision. The parents said, "Oh, gloom doom doom." I'm being extreme. I'm not taking a shot. I'm just being extreme.
Nah, that's some real.
What's your response, Darby?
So there's truth to that. You know, when people are sheltered,
they be turning up.
Yeah, they'll turn up. But here's the thing, though, they always got a solid foundation to what they can go back to. So so we can always be honest and say, like, listen, our parents were strict, or they even let us free, but they gave us solid principles. Be home before the street lights on. Make sure you eat all your food on your plate. Make sure you eat right, and so on and so forth. But when we get older, we get a little more free. We go and wild out. You know what I mean? But the foundation that we was raised on, we always got that to come back to because we know those solid principles. But you know, even if they're over there getting bent over, raw dogging, or your son is out there.
He froze.
So I'll say, man, everybody got their whole face now. That's part of life. It is what it is. Going back to what Darby said, you got to go back to the principles, though. Some people get stuck in the whole phase. You got to step on out of there now.
You got to step on up out of there. But here's the thing, though. I think you step on out of there with education, right? Ain't that what you step out of there with?
That's it. You learn some hard lessons in the whole phase.
My question is this. And I want to get your take on this now. And because it goes back to kind of what Ruby was just saying, and I really appreciate what she said. I kind of want to get her take on this. We got my guy AO in the building, man. We definitely need you to join in on this, get your take. But so let's think about this, right? At what point do we limit the social media and it becomes a detriment? Because here's the deal: the world is continuing to evolve. The world is continuing to change. And at some point, we are hurting our kids by not exposing them. That's why I do appreciate what Ruby said to a certain degree, because at the end of the day, bro, she found tech online. She found her interest in it was a couple different things from a business perspective. She learned that from her own personal exploration online. And so at what point is it detrimental to start blocking them from learning?
If we don't expose them to social media, somebody else will.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
You got to ask yourself, do you want me to expose my kids to social media or the world? If the world do it, it's going to come in a horrible way.
Facts.
It could come with cyberbullying. It could come with negativity. It could mess up their confidence because they was introduced in a negative way. But if us as parents introduce it in a positive way, these are the things you need to stay away from. These are the things you should focus on, or blah, whatever your teaching principles are. I think that's better than just being like, get away from it. Because growing up, most of us here, the more your parents say stay away from it, the more you want to run to it. You want to figure out what's behind that door. So, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to. I say introduce it to them in a positive way. That's my thought. But go ahead, Bam.
Go ahead, Ben.
What's good, fellas?
What's up, man?
I'm putting in some sewer services today. But my son just turned 18 and he has never been in any trouble. But at the same time, I do got like a fear of maybe it's because he was sheltered. So that's that's one of those things that we'll see. But we try to raise them with good principles and stuff. But at the same time, the more you shelter them, the more they gonna jump out. As soon as they get a chance to do what they want, they gonna go buck fucking wild. But I did. I took her to the strip club for his 18th birthday. Hey, Saturday, yeah, Friday night. Hey, somebody gonna take you. You going to college?
Somebody gonna take her. You might well let it be responsible.
Yeah.
When he's the look on his face around all that damn booty. I already know from there. That moment right there told me that boy got a problem with the pee. He's gonna have to learn about the pee. Afterwards, he told me though, he said, "Damn, Dad, you were right. As soon as I ran out of money, they stopped talking to me."
But that's what you call instant karma right there. Instant karma.
And that boy threw $200 in 10 minutes.
No money, no love.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, but that one of those things, though, just give them that experience in life instead of, waiting for somebody else to give it to them.
Well, here's the thing. It goes back, and I want to get Ruby's take on this, but it goes kind of to what Ruby was saying earlier, right? I believe with you taking him, you showed him a responsible version of it. You got to understand, what if he went with his friends, same exact experience, didn't learn it the way you taught it, but then when the friends took him, they said, look, the only way to really enjoy this is to get high on this or this on that, or do this and give your money this way or do it like this and then try this kind of dope. And then he finds himself addicted to some weird drug that he don't, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever it may be. And now he caught up as a result of experiencing this thing opposed to experiencing it in a healthy way. What's your take on that, Ruby, since you kind of brought that up earlier?
Yeah. I think it really goes back to the household and how you were raised. I think a lot of people just do not have the right conversations because there's going to be moments that you cannot be there. You might not be the experience for them, but if you've taught them to think for themselves, to even if somebody's pressuring you, stand on your principles, stand on what you believe in. Do you believe this is right for you? Then don't do it. And when you teach kids that at an earlier age, you give them a chance. They're going to make mistakes. They might not always do things. I love being raised in a family where I had responsibilities, but I also had freedom. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to be home with the street lights, but then there were some times because I was good, I also was able to stay out a little bit later because I shown myself responsible. And I think if people foster that side of people where they are not saying everything you think about is stupid. Some people degrade their children to where their children don't even think that they can make a decision without their parents' knowledge.
That's a
and
fact.
I think that's the issue is now the kids are going to the world and to all these experiences because they don't have confidence. So I'll end it right there.
I want to highlight something you said that was real key and learning. And it was the learning for yourself piece, learning to think properly, learning to process information. The reason why that's so critical is because Elon Musk, I don't know, I've read the Elon Musk book. I don't know if anybody else ever read it.
I didn't know he had a book.
One thing You read it?
He had a book.
Yeah, he got a book.
I didn't know he had one.
He do. And one thing that was critical that I took from that book is that he learned in that book how to, his parents just allowed his kids to, they allowed the kids to do whatever they wanted. And they trained them through teaching them how to think opposed to telling them what they couldn't do. And they were, they made a lot of mistakes as a result of this, right? But they also learned how to think. And I think when you opposed to a lot of kids, like let's say in China, that's why I like what Scam Likely had brought up. In China, those kids are not allowed freedom to make mistakes. Therefore, if it doesn't fit within a certain confine of what society deems as appropriate, they won't try it. So let's think about what you lose in that predicament, right? If Elon Musk had guardrails on his entire life, we probably wouldn't have a Tesla, because it takes a rebel to build a Tesla. It takes a rebel to say we're gonna go to Mars. That's a rebel mindset to say that I'm gonna do this as an individual and not as a government. Think about it. He's doing things that the government ain't doing. Right. And so that takes a rebel mindset. And so but here's the thing. In order to allow your kids to have that kind of freedom, you also got to double it up with education. And so when we're looking at social media from the standpoint of we have an educational side that as parents we have to do. And a lot of us, let's keep it real. We don't feel like we got the time to invest into defiltering all of the negative influences that social media can provide, right? We ain't got the time to be going through all of that. So we just say, you know what, you can't do it. But that can also be harmful as much as it can be helpful. I want to get y'all thoughts on that.
I like that. My parents raised me in a way to think for myself.
Mine did too. I didn't have a lot of restrictions.
Nah, hell no. And they taught me a lot of things young, like responsibilities, fold clothes. They start some food and be like, I'm gone. I got to figure out how to finish. They said, look, you want to drink? You're going to drink at home first. I'm going to fix you a drink. You want to smoke weed? I'm going to go get you something. You go smoke weed at home first. Because now they're making me open to doing it. Now I want to go ahead and do it. Before my friends or anybody else introduce it to me, they go introduce it to me first. So by the time all that come, I already did that already. I'm good. I didn't want that. So if you expose your kids to life early, they're not going to want to fall into the bullshit later. And it is what it is. Like for me, I don't smoke, maybe 2-3 times a year occasionally. I'm not no smoker though. You know what I'm saying? Same with liquor. I do like to drink, but I don't drink as much as I used to. Right. But I didn't start drinking until I was 21. Most people, like 20, 24, 25, really. Most people start drinking as soon as they hit the age of 21, or some people drink at 18, like get lit. So if you get exposed to things earlier, you're not attracted when people bring it to you. Just like going to the club. If you go to the club early at 17, 18, you don't really care about that at 19, 20, 21. You want other things because you got used to that already. That's like, I need something new.
Yeah.
I have a question for the guys. So what about the consequence? See, in my family, we got a choice. Any choice that we made, we got the consequences of our decision. And then we had to write it down and we messed it up wrong. You know what I mean? Like, I just remember that responsibility piece taught me more than a whooping. I'll tell you that. But when I realized the consequences and the effects, then that was different. But I think that's something that's missing in today's society with kids. I mean, we were raised by baby boomers, most millennials, but this Gen Z, they're being raised by people that they've never met before. And that's something different.
Well, let's keep it real, Ruby. It's easier to say, don't do that because I said so. Don't touch that because I said so. Don't watch that because I said so. It's much more complex to say, this is the reason why this is this, and this is the reason why this. So do you really want to do this, or do you really want to do that? That takes them a little bit more work.
Yeah, colonizing and teaching are two different things.
Ooh, let's talk about it.
I'm against corporal punishment. I'm against shame, and I'm against neglect. Three-headed monster that got people acting the way they're acting now. And then people always say, well, you don't beat the kids. If you don't get them, get them, they're going to be like them white kids and go blow up. That's not true. It's a damn lie. But all problems, all processes, all behaviors go from 1 all the way to 10. Most people, the way they were brought up, there's only 1 and 2, and then maybe 9 and 10. Everything in between is missing because they ain't got no critical thinking skills. So if you teach them, don't do that, I'm going to get you. The only thing they know is yes or no, survival mode. Make a decision now. Or fear. Nope, can't do that because of this. Oh, they're going to get me. Goom doom. What's that going to do to their confidence? What's that going to do with their patience? Be able to say, you know what, I'm going to chill. Let me think about this 1 minute. Hold tight, Johnny. Hey, let's rob that liquor store. Oh, no. Where's the thinking? Where's the whole why, how? A lot of the colonization, people are thought 85% consequence, 10, 15% critical thinking. Value system. If you teach a value system, you don't have to worry about the consequences. Life already has consequences. So it's like, oh, you want to eat some donuts? Oh, cool. Go ahead. You want to eat the whole box. And then we're going to go for a run afterwards. Then just go for a run. Then when they're throwing up, it's almost tummy hurt. Oh, man. Oh, we only got 1 more mile to go. It's going to be all right. You don't have to yell at nobody. They'll learn. The vegetables start looking quite right. Or, how can I say it? The colonization comes from slavery. I don't want to get all the way in that deep. But the message that's being delivered, you child need to be beat on. What's that do for somebody's confidence? Or everything you do, you are wrong. I had to get you. And you're supposed to be the protector, this person they're supposed to come to solve problems. 3 minutes ago, you were a monster chasing down the hallway with a belt. How that makes sense? How they supposed to process that at 6, 8, 12? Oh, but if you got a problem, come and tell me. Yeah, right. Well, I tell you, like me, I grew up on both sides. Parents were young. I'm the youngest. So yeah, there was corporal punishment. My parents now say, hey, if we could go back, we would have done it a lot different. And as they got older, they started to realize it wasn't the most effective, and there's other ways to actually teach. But they grew up. That's just what you did. My parents came to visit me a couple of weeks ago. They never knew that there was even another option. That's just all they seen in their neighborhood. Just do something, get them. The neighbors, get them, tell on them, get them. That was what it was. They started talking to other parents. They was in their 30s. Hey, I can take the TV away. I can just have a conversation and they'll actually listen. Our behavior got better. But under the other system, you learn a whole bunch of things that are wrong. You're taught that when something goes wrong, inflicting pain solves a problem. So why people glorify beating up their own best friends up and down the street and say it made us men? No, it made you dumb. You beat up your own damn best friend because he stepped on your shoes. How much sense that make? Or you got your own kids, you're already saying, I'll beat the black off of you. What? Make it make sense. Or a baby, I'm going to pop his hand to teach him not to touch a hot stove. He can't even talk. And he trying to tell you, hey, man, what the hell you popped me for? But he can't even talk. He ain't got but 2 teeth. But they taught that all this stuff makes sense, and it never does. Show me a leadership book, John C. Maxwell, anybody, where it says punish the employees. Get them. Show me a leadership book. Get them.
Put them in the corner.
Punish them.
Put them in the corner.
Make them stand on 1 foot in the parking lot.
Hold that bucket.
But last thing, and I'll lay my plane. We talk about we got to teach people all this stuff and protect and provide, which is the lowest level, the survival. But then you talk about the influence that social media has. Influence is the top level of communication. Survival is the lowest. That's why social media is whooping parents' ass right now. Because they're not working on the influence. And social media is nothing but other people. Meaning you the parent, you the leader, why don't you influence your children? Also go find, and even the negative social media, find out what it is they're doing, copy what they're doing, and do it with your kids. That's all I got.
I like how you brought out the violence piece, because I think that, I mean, let's dive deep into that one, because a lot of people are really experiencing trauma from their childhood, and it's in their adulthood, and it's coming out on social media. Even bullies, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people that are cyber bullies, they in real life bullies, but you mess around, you're gonna find out nowadays people beat you up. Okay, you on because they call them social media gangbangers. Okay, and then you mess around and meet that person and find out.
They ain't ready for the trolling 60.
Thumb thugs.
I want thumb thugs.
Thumb thugs. I want to kind of pivot to this whole social media piece. What is the healthy way to use social media, right? Moving forward, what's the healthy way to move to use social media, or what are you doing, O'Neal, to use social media healthy?
Man, what helps me the most is telling a story from where I started and where I am now.
Document the
people,
journey.
Yeah, you got to document the journey. You got to make videos. You got to take pictures of where you are and where you're going, because you could be amazed of how far you come. Like from when I started 16, 17, I still got pictures, videos from then. And then I look at it now and be like, damn, I never thought I'd be where I am now. You know what I'm saying? And when you share that, you post that, you tell people, like, hey, at this time I had a job. I was making $30,000 a year. I had 2 kids. Had a lot of responsibilities. I was still making it happen. This is what I was doing. Now it's relatable. That's showing them that it takes actual work to be successful. It's showing that I had the same situation you was in, but you choosing to do other things instead of do the work. That's why you're not getting no results. And it shows people like, well, maybe he do know what he's talking about, because he's in the same situation. He was in the same situation I was in. Maybe I need to listen to this guy more. Maybe I need to stop going to the club every weekend. Maybe I just need to go once a month. Maybe I need to focus more on my kids and my business instead of going hang out with my friends. Maybe I need to change my circle, because none of my friends is in being successful. They all at jobs and they all complaining at their jobs. None of them is making the money I want to make. Maybe I need to start separating myself from them. I can still love them at a distance, but maybe I need to start focusing on myself, my family, my future, rather than turning up every weekend. So me showing a story, posting old things of what I did, where I was, and posting things what I'm doing now, people can relate to that. And that's what works for me, telling a story of where I used to be and where I am now.
That's 100.
What about you? What worked for you? Go ahead, Darby. What attracts y'all the most? After I don't know.
For me, it's always problem solving. What I mean by that is like right now, I want to upgrade my house. I want to learn how to paint better. I want to learn how to do my own electrical. So I'm looking on social media for those type of things, like educational purposes, right? And then also, how can I advance myself? So in a lot of my growth in social media, I'm following a lot of unnecessary nonsense. You know, it's people that I followed 4 or 5 years ago. They make a post. I'm like, how am I even following you, right? So it's difference in progressing in my life, where I'm like, I need to learn this. I want to become a better father, future husband, business owner, friend, brother, so all those things. That's my use of it. And just like what O'Neal said, it's just like more so trying to find people where I'm at, and then also following people for where they at in life, where how I can get to that place.
That's powerful.
Nice.
For me, my social media has always been very educational. I love listening to the creators that are really the movers and shakers. Like, I read the comments, I read the captions, I follow the links, I go see the long form content. A lot of things that I've learned to do in my business was really admiring those who really, I love the educator in people, and when I see that my timeline is all that, I really am late on like what's happening in Hollywood, what's happening with, like, I got to go to TikTok for that. You know what I'm saying? Because that algorithm is a little bit different. You engage with it once, it just bombards you. I'm like, oh my God, can I refresh my feed? Jeez. The world is dying right now. Okay.
TikTok give it to you regardless.
Right. They're going to give it to you regardless. But, so I've always made my world just educational. I got people that I learn business from, people I learn tech from. And then also, what I do on social media is I like to talk about the transformation. I love showing people the journey of other people that I work with and letting them see the vision that people are working on. Because while people are on social media, a lot of my job is getting the things done that they need done so they can be on social media. So I show the behind the scenes, the real work that's going on, what goes into that post, that highlight reel, that trailer, that video. Shoot, this podcast you seeing right now, there was some work I had to put in last night. And I love showing that side, because there's someone out there that is still learning how can I utilize social media and leverage it so they can scale their business, so they can make money, so they can reach more of their audience, because there's people that are hungry that want to figure it out. So that's how I'm using my social media, is helping them see how tech can help them if they just want to learn. But you got to be willing to learn.
So real quick, what are y'all doing, right, to purge your social media to make sure that it is not something that, oh, you know what? Because here's the deal. Because it can still be an overconsumption of social media, even if it's productive, let alone the unproductive stuff that you actually, consuming on top of some of the productive stuff that you consume. How are you limiting, putting guardrails on that social media, or are you doing that?
Be intentional. Listen, I got this notebook every time. Be intentional. Give yourself a time limit. It's like, all right, listen, I'm gonna try to learn how to do, I'm just say something crazy, electrical work, and I'm gonna just scroll. Or I'm on YouTube. YouTube is basically my TV at this point right now. And I'm learning a lot. And as long as you be intentional about what you're doing, if it's leisure time, just say it's leisure time. But if you're trying to find out something, set yourself up so you can be successful in finding out what you're trying to learn. So I think that's where we come into the rabbit hole, where we're leaving it open-ended and not having intentionality on the search that we're looking for. And then next thing you know, oh, we're looking for electrical. Next thing you know, oh, it's a girl working out. Oh, she look good. Next thing you know, as long as you stay on that for a second, because you know how social media is. If you stay on it for a long period of time,
they're going to feed you more.
It's going to feed you more. And then once you start scrolling, your algorithm, now you learned about gardening. and you went on about electrical, you'd have followed a rabbit hole of people that you not even, now whole 30 minutes gone. So that's where I was like, you just got to be intentional. And that's where I try to do a lot of my focus at. It's like, let me try to learn this. But I do got some leisure time too. I ain't going to be on here and stunt.
For me, I would say I make sure that if I'm learning something, I'm applying something even more. And I think what happens is when you get too much knowledge, you don't do anything because you're over consumed with knowledge that you're like, well, where do I put it at? And that's
overwhelmed.
Overwhelmed. They're like all these voices. I don't listen to every voice neither. I love, like what you just said, Darby. I got certain people I mess with on YouTube. I've learned to identify people who are, I can listen to them because they're going to give me the real. I've identified my teachers, but I don't let everybody teach me neither. But also, I think that the biggest key to anything that you're learning, it doesn't become wisdom and knowledge until you apply it. If you cannot put it to work, it doesn't even hit the long-term memory. It's just something you're talking about. A lot of people like to sit and gossip. They like to sit in the presence of business. But when it's time to actually do business, man, people don't like that conversation. Oh, I got stuff to do. I'm busy. You busy, but you want a business. Well, it's some details you got to work out today. There's some decisions you have to make today. So I think that's how you don't overconsume, is you really just only take what you need and then go apply it and wait for some results and then continue on. And don't do everything at once.
Love that. I want to highlight a couple things that are 100% documented, meaning there's clinical study and there's also been deeper study on these particular topics. And it's number one, you have to be careful with mental health when it comes to social media. This is critical. I think everybody needs to 100% take heed to this. And mental health doesn't have to be you looking to kill yourself. I think a lot of times we think about the extremes when we think mental health and how it can affect us from a social media standpoint. But no, comparison, right? Comparing your journey to somebody else's journey, right? And maybe falling off on your journey because you're distracted looking at somebody else's journey. That right there can all play into how you personally perceive yourself, your progression or lack thereof, and all of those things. So you got to be careful about the mental health risk associated with social media, right? Things from depression, anxiety, loneliness, right? And even self-harm, right? All of these things. And self-harm don't have to be you killing yourself. It can be just you distracting yourself from something that you need to be paying attention to. Number two is sleep disruption, right? It says the light from the screens and the constant stimulation can interfere with sleep, leading to health problems and decreased cognitive function, right? So we want to make sure we're paying attention to that. Also negative comparison and self-esteem issues and distractions. Those are critical. And if you don't take anything from this conversation, I would say take those things, because that distraction, that comparison, it is a robber of your own personal growth. It will steal your next level of progress, negatively comparing yourself to other people and allowing that to dictate your own personal self-esteem. What's your thoughts on that before we close out?
I agree, man.
I agree, Byron.
Ain't
Dang,
nothing wrong.
Not wrong.
Mic
Not
drop.
wrong at all. It's a dangerous place. You know, use it. Don't let it use you.
Absolutely.
I feel like we at the strip club with that one.
Good job, Ruby.
Real talk though.
Players Club. But yeah, man. It's man. Everything has both sides, good and bad. You know, it's based it off of your consumption. And that's it. Everything in moderation.
And just know that everybody's showing their highlight reels. They're not showing what's going on behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. They don't show those nights when they crying or they sick because their business is taking too much of their time. They only show you the arrival, right? They don't show you the times where they struggle to make payroll or they struggle to keep whatever going afloat. You don't see that side of it, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't want nobody to just think that just because you're comparing your business to somebody else's business, that the person you're comparing it to got it all figured out. They figuring that shit out like you.
Yeah, comparison is
that's a fact.
Deadly, man. Comparison is deadly.
That's a fact. In the beginning,
it's so deadly.
I got where I was, looking at everybody else's highlights, and I wasn't enjoying, the dash. So me focusing on, how good you and O'Neal doing real estate. Then when I get a little deal, I'm not happy about that dash that I got. I'm not happy about my current situation because I'm too worried about, damn, I got to pick it up. Look, I didn't close one deal this month. They didn't close 6. So social media can mess with you on that aspect. You can't get caught up in everybody else's highlights. It's all about the dash in the middle. Like your death, the day you're born and the day you die don't define who you are. It's that dash. So pay attention to that dash and enjoy life, enjoy the process. Use social media, don't let it use you, and enjoy life.
Absolutely.
It's all about progression too. You just gotta consistently be doing something. As long as you're doing something, you winning. Because most people ain't doing nothing. Most people can't figure it out. They don't want to figure it out. But as long as you constantly progressing, you're doing good. You're doing better than most people.
And then I have to say this last little part for me. Ever since social media craze and real estate started in like 2017, 2018, what it taught me is create a community that's circled around the same goals and aspects that you have. Whether you want to grow spiritually, whether you want to go in business, personally, like create that community, because if you create a stronger bond and a foundation, I promise you'll excel in life. You'll excel in life. Like, I don't think y'all two, O'Neal and Byron, I don't think y'all knew each other before social media, right?
We met on social media.
And now y'all making millions. Now y'all making millions together. Two strangers that ain't never met each other, found each other on social media. Now they're making millions, got a great brand going on, got a great foundation, and now their kids gonna be set for life. So make it useful. Create your community, man.
I think I got my friends on social media, my real friends, it's about the same.
Yeah.
Same look. About six real friends and 6 social media friends that became friends. So
they're still real friends.
I would say bring your identity into social media. Bring your authentic self to social media. It is okay. Everybody has a first day on social media, okay? But it's okay to be different. It is okay if people don't like you. It's fine. Not everybody's your customer. Not everybody's your friend. You got to develop a support system within yourself and within people who are in real life relationships with you. But there's also people that you can meet out there. So discern folks that are really for you, not here to take you but here to grow with you, and latch onto those people if you want to be on social media, not just because you want their lifestyle, but you want their mindset on where they're focused at. Be an eagle. You know what I mean? Don't be somebody out here to where you allow the world to validate you, because just as viral as you can become, the next day they're going to be talking about you. And be okay that it ain't shining on you all the time. Sometimes things don't need to be in the light all the time, and that's fine. So, but be a change agent and just be yourself. Be a rebel. Be a rebel. You know what I'm saying? Invent some new stuff. Be a blue ocean out here. Nobody can take that from you.
That's it. And that being said, man, go ahead. Scam like you got something to say?
Social media. Navigate 1 through 10. Instead of you just see something as a 9, you click 9. You 6, you click 6. Meaning, there's a dude abbed out, 8-pack, almost looking as good as me or something, lifting weights. You ain't him. So don't go in there thinking you're going to go in the gym 2 weeks and become him. Send them a message.
That would be nice, though.
Boy.
Yeah.
You're like a male BBL.
Yeah, I'm in Florida. I had to put in the work. So shout out to all the single ladies out there in Florida. Be walking around with no shirt on at the beach. But no, it takes some time. There's running, there's diet, there's all this stuff. And you might want to look and find out what he did the last 5 years, not the last 5 minutes. Or the person saying, oh, big money. Man, I'm going to Vegas. $15,000 a day. Find out what they were doing. They were making $100 a day or negative $100 a day. Or what they were doing when they were in the situation that you were actually in. Where the dude's talking about, man, I've been married 17 years. Most of them be the relationship. That's the biggest drifting, lying. It's the worst space. But the ones telling you all this, ask them what they would do based on your current situation. And if it ain't realistic, get out of there. They lying. But the shame and the blame puts people in survival mode. They can't have a conversation with somebody because somebody says something. This is for the people who care what people think. If you won't say you're making $188,000 a year, if you're making $187,000, they're gonna shame you and you go in survival mode. And then you want to fight and argue. Or this is the way the brains were trained. So people need and want to feel and hear something right now. If it ain't that, they're on clicking to something else. It's dangerous. But have some patience, navigate 1 through 10. If it doesn't make sense, there's probably a reason for it. But everything is usually a slow process and has a who, a what, a why, and a when. The most important question is why. Why are people doing the things they're doing? Why are you doing the things you're doing? Why are you seeking the information? And that's all I got.
I love it.
Love it, man. Good show. I hope y'all got a lot of value. You know, I hope we teach our kids how to use it responsibly. We use it responsibly. We start making money off it. We don't stay addicted to it, looking at the twerk competition. You know?
Yeah, focus on documenting your journey. I would say more than consuming somebody else's too. I think it's critical to document your journey. People really want to hear what you got to say. Somebody really want to understand your thought process, and you never know how many people you may be helping with just sharing your journey. Even if it's 2, 3, 4, 5 people, it don't matter. Just document that journey. So I just want to put that out there.
And I say another thing, while documenting your journey, find a community for you, because everybody got a community.
Communities are valuable.
Community. Yeah, so
communities bring deals. Listen, I ain't people. Bro, I ain't marketed for a deal and I don't know how long, bro. And I ain't got no droughts. I got community, bro. Like I get people send me deals. On. Come on, bro. Yeah, that's community. Come from social media. That's community, right?
Come from social media.
Yeah, bro. I got lawyers I can reach out to. I got accountants I can reach out to. Come on, bro. That's community.
So put yourself in the right position, man. Follow people who you want to be like. Follow people who inspire you to do better. Follow people who's really doing the work, not just showing you the cars, the houses without.
Because a lot of them people, you know, and I'm listening. I know this because I talk to these people. Remember, some of them people are buying those fancy clothes and taking them back to the store.
To attract you. Mm-hmm.
Some of those people are renting those vehicles to impress upon you, right, a certain image, but in reality,
Tell you a
right,
course, and they really living off the
yeah,
course money, not
and
the real estate money.
yeah, and some of them people are not showing up doing the business of what they teach every single. They're not doing that. So
Mm-hmm.
so I know that a lot of us did mention that we would rather business content over lifestyle content, but the truth is a lot
That
of
ain't
us are
true.
still attracted to the lifestyle content, and you don't know what people are doing to produce those lifestyles, right? You look at even some of the relationship gurus on social media, right? Or the relationship influencers. Those people pay big money and put on full productions to make their relationships look as good as they do. Don't be putting that on your
Like
husband or
Derek.
on your wife. You know what I'm saying? Talk about, why you ain't taking me here or why you ain't doing it. Man, them people ain't taking themselves there. It's production companies taking them there. It's sponsors taking them there.
The
Right?
restaurant paying for them to go there.
Yeah, like don't be fooled. So I'm just saying.
They didn't even sit down. It's just
And who knows if they even cussing each other out after they say cut. After they say cut,
probably are.
They probably cussing each other out in their real relationship. Man, stop playing.
They probably really don't like each other. They just doing it for the money.
Come on, man.
Listen, I got several real life examples happening right now that I can elaborate on, but I ain't gonna go into. But just like what they were saying with social media, where they be showcasing these restaurants. I went to a restaurant this past weekend as a part of my engagement celebration, and it's a popular steakhouse. I'm gonna tell you, the experience was terrible. Yeah, trying to charge me $100 for the steak. Trust and believe. No. It ain't cut out what to be. And if somebody find out the right people who are pushing these courses. If they pushing courses more than they doing business, they ain't got that much time on their hands.
Facts.
If they promoting these courses more than they showing you the business, they ain't really doing the business.
The vendor list for the girls, the vendor list be getting them.
My God.
Yeah.
Listen. I ain't gonna say nothing, but
I'm gonna just start a plumbing course now.
I ain't about to get messy, but pay attention closely, please.
Hey, plumbing, we're gonna do a show on that too. Plumbing, electrical, bro. The new generation, that's the fields they going into. It's been
big profit,
bro. Like the percentage in terms of what people are going into for plumbing, electrical, all of that kind of carpentry, bro. It is growing. No, it's growing. It is growing crazy right now. Yeah, bro. I'm gonna send you the article.
It should be growing.
It should be growing. It should be growing. Yeah, I'm gonna send you the article. But yeah, that's it, man. Listen, I appreciate everybody.
Yes,
but
that being
y'all
said,
ain't gotta go home. But
become a member.
Go to ice10k.com. Go to ice10k.com. Get your free service and earning report.
Facts.
Also, go to gotaskify.com for the best CRM. Everybody got a business here, but you need a CRM.
Facts.
Text, email, send contracts. Gotaskify.com. Set yourself a free demo. Learn all about it. Byron on GoTaskify.
Yep.
Hey, I do want to use that. I need to learn a bit more about Taskify for real. I've been trying to look at it.
Set up a free demo, man. Set up a free demo.
Hey, Byron, you guys send me that foreman thing you said too. That new thing you working on for the contractors and plumbers and service blue collar thing.
Which one?
You talking about that article?
Oh yeah,
you
article.
Were working on it. Yeah. Nah, you were working on an app or something for the service jobs. Remember you said for your construction company.
For your contracting business, Byron. For your
Yeah. That's a whole CRM joint. That's a whole. Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, you gotta
absolutely.
With that right there, man.
Yeah, I send it to you. That's contractor format I use. Yeah.
That's it. With that being said, man, we out, man. ice10k.com, gotaskify.com. Go check it out. Peace.
Hey, so often people ask me how to get in real estate, how to get started in real estate. Look, I have a mentorship group. I have live classes that I usually teach. It's usually from an hour to 2 hours, depending on the subject we're talking about. I teach from 12 weeks to 15 weeks. All right. If you're interested in my mentorship, text wealth to this number right here, and I'll send you the link directly to the website. If you're looking to go to the next level, I got you. The classes are live. You can ask any question you want. I'm here for you. And I'll see you on the inside. Peace. What's up, y'all? So most people struggle with sales. A lot of us in real estate, and we struggle with our sales. We struggle with follow-up. We struggle with leads. And we just basically missing out on deals. For me, I just got on Taskify CRM. They send messages out for you. And look, a lot of us have work. When you get off of work, you have hot leads ready for you. Make sure you check out Taskify CRM. I'm telling you, it automatically replies for you. And look, it sends you multiple messages. Like we're talking about drip campaigns, so you're not missing out on the lead follow-up. So make sure you check out Taskify CRM. Use coupon code NoStingyEnergy to get 10% off. I'm about to show y'all inside my CRM so I can see how it really works. Make sure y'all check it out. Peace.